Namaste. Well, I see you're here to learn about yoga. That's great, because learning is so important for our body, for our mind, and for our spirit. An open mind and perpetual curiosity fuels our desire to learn. But persistent study and regular practice provide the foundation for learning about ourselves and our place in the world, so others. And travel, right, is a great way to learn about others, other cultures. I learn a lot through repetition and writing things down. It helps me learn things. And then there's always trial and error. And when you get tired of too many errors, then you ask the teacher, how should I be doing this? And they can give you their advice, and you can take it or leave it, but benefit from their experience if you can. So teachers and books are valuable ways to learn as well. Yoga asana helps us learn how to use our body skillfully and safely. Meditation helps us learn how to use our mind purposefully. There's so much to learn about yoga. And the more I study, the more I realize there's even more to learn. And you have so many subjects of asana, which are the poses, pranayama, the breathing techniques, the mantras, the hand gestures, yantras, which are sort of geometric designs, and the whole language of Sanskrit, and the philosophy of yoga. The list goes on and on. So there's always more to learn and to apply into our daily living. Now, in the spirit of learning, let's create a sacred space now and use this time for a practice to help us learn. We take dhyana mudra. Dhyana is wisdom, by touching the tip of the thumb to the tip of the index finger and turning the palms face up on the thighs. I'm sorry, turn the palms face down on the thighs. Dhyana mudra facilitates connection and centering, increases mental clarity, and is a powerful way to grant wisdom and knowledge. So use your curiosity and your persistence to carry you far on this journey. I'll ring the teacher's bell here so we can start our asana practice with some poses that will, first of all, loosen up the spine. With the exhalation, round the back, bring the chin to the chest. And on the inhalation, lift the chin up, draw the shoulder blades behind, and just rock it back and forth, moving through the pelvis, spine, the neck. Learn to articulate each vertebrae. And fold forward, walk the hands forward, pull the navel in, and melt the upper back. Take complete breaths, rising, expanding, and lengthening on the inhale, and deepening on the exhale. Now lift up and lean back on the arms. Draw the shoulder blades in, open the chest. Then look back down, switch order of the feet so the opposite foot comes in front. And folding over the hips one more time. Lengthening the chest on the inhale, straighten the neck and spine. And exhaling, pulling in through the navel. Filling the lungs fully on the inhale. Emptying out all that breath on the exhale. Methodically, calmly, and peacefully. And lift up to a straight back and recline onto your spine. Have reclining hand to foot. So if you are using a strap, you put a strap around the arch of the right foot and lift the right leg up with the head and shoulders resting flat. Otherwise, you can just interlace your hands behind the thigh and press the thigh forward until your knee is straight. Inhale, let the arms lengthen, legs straighten, and on the exhale, start to bring that right leg a little closer to your chest or head. Again, relax the arms on the inhale and learn about your flexibility on the exhale, engaging the muscles you're stretching. Maybe over a series of breaths, you can shorten your strap or climb the hands up towards the ankle. If you're very flexible, you try and hold the big toe with the right hand. Now open the right leg sideways, sweeping it out. Wide arc. Then releasing the right foot to the mat, press the right foot down, lift the right hip up, and roll over onto your left side, crossing the right knee to the left hand. Inhale, lengthen the leg, bottom leg. And exhale, look over the right shoulder. Expand and lengthen with the inhale. And engage through the core as you exhale to press the outer left hip deep into the mat. Okay. And now rest again on your backs and switch legs, lifting now the left leg to the sky and holding the back of the thigh or putting a loop of your strap over the foot. Head and shoulders flat on the mat, and then try and straighten the left knee as you press up through the ball mound of the big toe. The arms lengthen, relax on the inhale, and gradually draw the leg closer on the exhale, so that when your body's ready, you could Learn more about your limit of flexibility, walking the hands higher towards the ankle. Or if you're really flexible, holding on to the big toe of that left foot. While still keeping the right thigh down, the head and shoulders down. Now we'll open the left leg sideways, sweep it open. Now release the left foot and press it to the mat. Lift the left hip up, roll over onto your right hip, and cross the left knee over to your right hand. Now you're looking back over your left shoulder, lengthening the body on the inhale, and twisting with engagement on the exhale. Learn how your breath helps you in the pose. The breath is a great teacher. You can hear the quality of your breath. And if it sounds too strained or uneven, then you back out of the pose. Now rest again flat on your back. And lift the feet for happy baby. And pull the knees in towards the shoulders, holding the thighs or the ankles, or possibly the feet. So doing thigh stretches and hip openers on our back is a safer way of preparing the body for those same stretches and other standing poses. So next, from our happy baby, we'll set the feet down on the mat and open the knees apart for a reclining cobbler pose. And lift up the buttocks and set it down until your back is comfortable. And you can add a little pressure on your thighs with the palms. Relaxing that pressure on the inhale, let the back arch. And then adding a little pressure on the exhale as you lengthen the tailbone, pull the navel down and in. Take complete breaths in, complete breaths out. Okay, now we're threading the needle. Lift the knees up, the feet down. And cross the right ankle over the left knee and open the right knee to the side. And press it wide with your right hand, or you can thread the right arm through, clasp hands around the left thigh, and then bring the head and shoulders back to the mat as you draw the left knee into the chest. Now let the arms relax on the inhale, fill the lungs, and gently draw the knee closer on the exhale, feeling the limit of your stretch in the hip, learning about your body, learning to respect its boundaries, its limits. Take another full breath. learn your limit of flexibility here while you're on your back. And now we'll switch legs. Put the right foot down and cross the left ankle over the right knee. Press the left knee out to the side. And then, for a deeper hip opener, thread the left arm through the legs, hold hands around the right thigh, and then lower the head and shoulders back down. And if you can stretch a little deeper, pull that right knee in towards your chest as you're contracting in the tummy, engaging in the hip flexors. So you're always protecting the muscles you're stretching by engaging them. And pulse with the breath. Back and forth. So there's no hesitation in the breath. No restriction. And no resistance to the breath. All right, setting the feet back down. We had a twist already. So we'll come over onto hands and knees. Just roll over, lift up, table pose. And explore, experiment, and learn about your spine's flexibility and suppleness with our cat and cow stretches. On the exhalation, round the back like an angry cat. Press down through the finger pads. Hug the shoulder blades in. Navel to the spine. With your inhalation, you're going to arch the spine. Start to look up. Lift the sitting bones. And feel each vertebrae flexing and extending individually. Flowing without pause from one breath to the next, supplely undulating in the back and spine. All right, bring the knees touching. And circle the hips, come forward with an inhale, and round to the back as you exhale. Take time to feel each part of the movement so you learn more. When you're ready, change direction to circle the hips the opposite way. You're getting nice movement. The hips back. Now come back to table pose and separate the knees hip distance apart. And curl the toes under. We'll lift up the knees for downward dog. First, walking the dog. Straighten one knee at a time. Now round the back. Inhale, bring the shoulders forward over the wrists. And then exhale, bend the knees deeply as you push the hips back behind and lift up. So there's a circular or wave-like movement with the hips and spine. Rolling over and seating back. Good, those are hard. Let your knees rest. That was wonderful. We'll go into child's pose. Widen the knees to the width of your mat and lower the forehead down. Starting to lengthen the spine as you exhale and press the palms forward, the sitting bones back. Lift the hips up, please, to table pose, and thread the right arm under the left. So you're twisting your child's pose, tucking the chin, your head and shoulder pressing against the mat. Okay, try not to compress in the neck, but to lengthen. Stretch that shoulder. And release. Lift the right shoulder up. Pause in the center. A sacred pause to regroup. And now with the left arm, thread it under the right. Tuck the chin and press that left shoulder, left side of the head into the mat. A little tougher to breathe, the throat twisted and bent. Okay, now lift the left shoulder up. We're back in table pose. And we lower the chest down through cobra. Okay, so tuck the elbows in, hug the legs to the midline, press the fingertips down, and curl the head and chest up for cobra pose, Bhujangasana. And you add a little twisting in your cobra by turning the hips, looking over the shoulder. That's fine, that's good. Nice work. Okay. And lower the chest down. You did great. We'll bring the push up to table pose. And walk the feet forward to the hands. Roll the back up. Stand all the way up and lift the arms until you're extended. Legs down, arms up. Good. Vessel strengthening. Lengthening. And rest the arms. That was perfect. Good alignment. We'll do just a half sun salute. So walking near the front of the mat. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, hands to knees. And then exhale and fold over straight legs. Inhale, standing all the way up and lifting the arms so the palms touch. And now resting the arms to your side, pausing for a breath. Good, repeat. And inhale, sweep up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway up, flat back. Exhale, folding, straightening the legs, pressing down through the feet and hands. And then rise with your inhale. Lift all the way to the sky. And rest. And relax the arms for a breath. Pausing. Discerning, digesting that experience. If you learn from that to make this last one the best one of all, sweeping up and exhaling, folding forward. Inhale to a flat back and exhaling, fold in Uttanasana. Inhaling, Tadasana, lift up, extend, and rest again. That was gorgeous. Good. Or high lunge. Step the right foot back. Bend the left knee. Balance with hands on that left knee while you adjust the feet until you're stable, steady. Hold that with the strength of the legs and pelvis while you lift your arms. Yes. And we'll make this a pyramid pose by lowering the hands down to the front leg, lowering the back heel, and straightening the front knee as you fold forward. Soften the knee on the inhale and find a comfortable place for your hands. Then try and straighten the knee on the exhale, pulling the navel up and away from that left thigh. And pulling the left thigh bone back into the hip socket, that deep crease in the left hip, pulling back the right hip point forward. Okay, Parshvottanasana, pyramid. We'll switch sides by stepping the right foot forward and the left foot back. Bend the right knee, balance on the feet. Bring the hands up to the right knee. Check that balance, if you can lengthen the stance. And then hold with your core strength so you can lift your arms. Excellent job, good. Balance is all about learning. It's a skill. All right, now to pyramid pose. Lower the hands, lower the back heel, and start to straighten the front knee, folding forward. You can always back off on the inhale, bring the hands higher, and then try straightening the knee again. And possibly reach to the floor or to the blocks to straighten the knee. Lift the right hip crease up and back while the left hip points forward. Oh, good job. We'll step the left foot forward. Inhale to a flat back. Then exhale and fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, stand, Tadasana. And rest. Pause with your breath. Recollect what you've learned. And we'll go on with a little more balance, just to eagle pose. All right, so let's start. Just soften the knees, squat down a little bit. Then open the arms, and you're going to sweep the right arm under the left, hooking the elbows and bringing the palms face to face. Lift up the elbows, draw the shoulders back, lower the hips down. Great. You can just stay like that. You're doing a great pose. Try toe touch with the right foot. Right? Just toe touch there. Toe touch now, crossing the right foot to the left side. And then you pick up that foot so you're only on the left foot. There. You're learning to stay focused. You did great. Release the arms, feet down, lift up, open. Yay! And relax. All right. And bend the knees. Which side? How? Now I'm going to do the opposite side. So my left under right. We'll end up with the right elbow on top of the left elbow, so that means the left knee now is crossing up and over the right knee. And squeeze the legs together, draw the shoulders back. Steady breath. Gorgeous, strong eagles. Release, sweep the wings out. Now rest down. So that was beautiful eagle. Now another sun salute. Surya Namaskara. Step near the front of the mat. Focus, awareness of the breath. And exhale, arms down. Inhale, sweep up, arch back. And exhale, fold. Hands down, walk back to plank pose. Inhale, arms are straight. Exhale, bend the elbows. Hover, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. And we're pressing the hips back, lengthening the spine for 3 breaths. And the 3rd breath, look up, lift the heels. Exhale, bend knees deep to the chest and spring up to the hands. Inhaling, halfway up. Exhaling, folding deep over the hips. Now inhale, lift the arms, standing up. And exhale, rest the arms down. Okay. Repetition, great teacher. Digest what you learned on the first round. Surya Namaskar. And inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, fold it forward. Hands down, walk it back to plank pose. Inhale, arms straight, back straight. Exhale, bend the elbows, hover, chaturanga dandasana. And then inhale, upward, urdhva mukha svanasana. Exhale, downward dog, adho mukha svanasana. 3 nice round breaths. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees. Now hop it forward. Yeah, that was better. You're learning. Fold with your exhale. Stand again when you inhale. Lengthen the spine, arms, legs, full body stretch for coming to rest at your side. Pausing for a moment. Learning from that experience, building your wisdom 1 step at a time. Inhale, sweep up, last round. Exhale, fold forward, hands down, walk back, plank pose. Inhale, straight back. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, urdhva mukha svanasana. And exhale, adho mukha svanasana, downward dog. 3 full breaths. And next, inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees and hop forward. Good, good. Fold as you exhale. Then stand up, lift the arms. And exhale, let them rest. Observe, learn, refresh. Okay. from a wide stance, separate the feet more than hip width apart, and begin to fold forward. Keep the outer edges of the feet parallel to the ends of the mat. Hands under the shoulders, knees soft. As you exhale, straighten the knees, tilt the crown of the head down, lift the belly up. And press equally through the feet and the hands, keeping the weight balanced between the balls of the feet and the heels, so your hips don't lag behind. Okay. And over a series of breaths, the fingertips moving back in line with the toes, or turning the fingertips backwards behind you and walking them deeper. Inhale, lift up halfway. Bend the knees and glide the hips from side to side. Keep the hands stationary or start moving the hands as you go from side to side, getting a little deeper towards each heel. And there's knee pop. Good. Lift the hips back to the center. Take one more forward fold. Lift the kneecaps, lift the tummy, and rest. Come up now, standing with an inhale, step the feet back together. Great. We're going down to kneeling, hero pose. Okay. All right, so you can rest the hands on the thighs. Some yogis press the hands on the soles of the feet to keep shoulders back. It's up to you. If you're not comfortable on your ankles or knees, you might need to put a little more props underneath. Get it so where you're able to at least not be distracted by pain enough that you can, focus on the breath. And we're going to do a little Bhastrika Pranayama, right, which is the bellows breath. It's kind of heating and purifying, and also awakening. So it really awakens the mind. So now I can start to learn more because I'm not sleeping. So the Bhastrika is that burst of air in and out through the nostrils, like you're pumping a bellows to get the fire in your forge red hot. And notice it's the abdomen that's moving in and out. It shouldn't be a lot of movement in the chest or shoulders. So keep the shoulders still and just focus on the diaphragm and abdomen moving. Now rest for some normal breathing. Taking complete breaths in and complete breaths out. If the Bhastrika Pranayama causes any dizziness or discomfort, don't press your luck there. Just go back to this normal breathing. But try a second round of Bhastrika if the first round felt pleasant. And if you've been practicing more of this in the past, try and go a little faster with the pace of your breathing. was perfect. I know you probably want to stretch out the legs, so let's push back to down dog. There. Stretch out the knees and legs, walk the knees, a little in downward dog. Okay. And we're going to move into pigeon, so swing the right knee forward behind the right wrist. And walk the left knee back. You start to lower the hips down. Okay. Now draw in through the core, up through the pelvic floor, and in through the sides of the hips. Staying centered, come forward, lower the chest, the head, whatever degree is accessible. Becoming more aware of the inner landscape, the head down, feeling where the breath flows in your body, and trying to breathe as though your whole body breathes. All right, well, if we're ready, let's switch sides. So lift it up, step the right foot back, moving, walking, whatever feels intuitive to get back to normal, and then swing the left knee forward, go into pigeon on that side, walk the right knee back to lower the hips. Keep the hips level and engaged through the core, the pelvis. Then start to walk the hands forward, perhaps coming to the elbows. And eventually lowering the forehead, maybe to the back of the hands. Inhale, lengthen the spine, that back leg, pointing straight back through the big toe. And on the exhale, squeeze into the midline. Feeling the breath in the back of the kidneys, the back of the neck. Becoming more sensitive and aware to the breath in that back side of the body that we're not really looking at in our day-to-day life. All right. Please lift again up and stretch out the legs, and walking the dog. And rest the knees down, step the right foot forward. Going so quickly. To a deep hip opener, the right foot on the right side of the mat, the arms to the inside of the knee, and the left knee moving back. Now inhale, lengthen the arms, straighten the neck, and on the exhale, bend the elbows, engage the inner thighs. So pulsing up on the inhale, deeper on the exhale, stronger with the exhale, spacious on the inhale. So each breath is complete and full. Now, straighten the arms, keep the left arm, hand down. Open the right arm, twisting, looking up to that side. You can stay in that twisted version, or add the bind and thigh stretch, bending that left knee. You bind the right hand to the left foot. And draw the shoulder blades down, lift the chest up, open the throat, and get a thigh stretch as well as the twist. Okay, so a little more complicated, advanced. Release when you're ready to step the right foot back and switch sides. Ooh, that was close. The left foot forward, and the hands to the inside of the left leg. And move the right knee back. Lengthen the spine. Inhale, open to grace. Exhale, engage muscular energy that you're stretching safely. Pulsing back and forth with each breath between effort and ease. Learning about your body, how your breath assists you in the pose. Alright, and straightening the arms, keeping the right hand down, open the left arm up. Keep broadening the chest by drawing the shoulder blades down and into the back. An option, if you choose, to bend the back knee and bind the left hand to that right foot. Adding the thigh stretch to the twist. Now, carefully release the bind if you're holding. And step back with that left foot. Come back into seated position to start winding down. And do head to knee pose. So bend the right knee to the side. And straighten the left leg in front. So facing directly over that left leg, start to fold forward, just gradually, not too much at once. Back off on the inhale, keep the shoulders relaxed. Exhale, tighten the tummy, engage the muscles you're stretching. And each breath teaches you a little more. Keep your childlike curiosity, so each wondrous breath can add to your learning. Steady, persistent study goes far. You don't have to be brilliant. Just keep working at it. Now rest that side, lift up, and switch legs, straightening the right leg. Now bend the left knee to the side. Good. Moving the sitting bones back, pressing the legs into one another, developing some internal strength and support. So the rib cage now can lift up, the spine can lengthen out and over this right leg, while the quad muscles and the thigh are pulling the thigh bone back into the hip socket, lifting the kneecap up. Inhale, lengthen up, out, and over this right hip. And on the exhale, begin to melt forward. Pulsing calmly. Slowly learning. Learning is not always instantaneous. Learning can take time and patience, persistence, and dedication. If you have enough curiosity, enough desire to learn, your education is something that no one can ever take away from you. Now lift up to a straight back. At least that's what my grandfather used to tell me. Bring the soles of the feet together. And pulling back on the ankles helps me lift up in the lower back. But if that's still not enough, then I'll sit up on a little bit of a height, like a folded blanket. Okay, because not everyone is super open in the hips. And I'll add a little pressure with my elbows on the inner thighs, starting to lean forward. Try not to turtle in with the chin to the chest, but keep the throat lengthened, shoulders back, and the breathing steady and even. Nice job. That's good. Perfect job. And release, lifting up, bring the knees up. And thread the right heel underneath and back towards the left hip for a spinal twist. And then lift up in the lower back and begin twisting around to the left. You can hook the elbow in front of the knee or just keep holding with your hand. And the left hand press down and behind you like a kickstand to lift up in the lower back and lengthen the spine. And granted, some people take that front foot to the outside of the knee. That's now unwinding, switch sides, and lift the right knee up. Thread the left heel back and under. And we'll start twisting to the right, looking over the right shoulder. Breathing length into the spine as you inhale, the crown lifting up, and exhaling, pulling the navel in to press down through the sitting bones. And twisting back to face forward. We'll try our more advanced hip opener. This is the fire logs pose. Start with that left shin parallel in front of you. And then cross the right shin on top of that. And there may be a big gap here between the knee and the foot. That's all right. That's how we're learning. Drawing the lower back in. Lift the shoulders back and exhale, ground through the sitting bones, pull into the core. Now, without judging, just observing, right? Non-critically. Helps us learn where our body is. Maybe where we need to focus more effort and study and practice. So this is Agni Stambhasana, the fire logs. We'll go on, switch sides when you're ready. I'm not gonna demonstrate anything more advanced. But now the right shin is parallel in front of you, and The left shin wants to stack on top of that. And maybe you observe a difference from one side to the other. Keep the sitting bones back. Sitting up on a little bit of height makes a big difference with these hip openers I've learned. I always bring my blanket to class so I can sit on it for the hip openers. I've taught myself that much. So here I'm using a little bit of resistive stretching to press the palms in and push back out, resisting that. So I would have one hand on each foot, or I'm just going to keep it even here. Okay, so those are the hip openers that I have to teach myself. And let's lie down, Shavasana, and body stretch. So you're just going to take a full body stretch as you lie down, lifting the arms up over the head, and spreading the legs and arms, and fingers and toes, and moving through each little muscle in the hands and wrists, and feet and ankles, and the head and the neck, back and shoulders, hips and legs. Just wiggling, jiggling, doing whatever your body craves to stretch and move. And remembering that even the mouth, face, and tongue need to stretch from time to time. Now I'm going to start to dim the lights, and you can prepare for Shavasana when you're ready by lowering your arms by your side and turning the palms face up, allowing the shoulder blades to tuck under the back and the chest to breathe comfortably and normally. So now you're getting comfortably spread out, taking up all the space you want. So the primary way that students learned originally was through oral instruction with the teacher. And then there were scriptures. The oldest scriptures of India and the most important are the Vedas. All Orthodox Hindus recognize in them the origin of their faith and its highest written authority. The second is concerning with knowledge of God, the highest aspect of religious truth, and it is called Upanishads. The literal meaning of Upanishad is sitting near devotedly. Brings picturesquely to mind an earnest disciple learning from his teacher. And the word also means secret teaching. Secret, no doubt, because a teaching vouchsafed only to those who are spiritually ready to receive and profit by it. Still another interpretation is sponsored by Shankara, the knowledge of Brahman, the knowledge that destroys the bonds of ignorance and leads to the supreme goal of freedom. So there are several Upanishads still preserved. And so an example, you'll have the student asking the teacher a question. Teach me this, I beseech you, And the disciple might say, Sir, teach me more of the knowledge of Brahman. And the master answers, I have told you the secret knowledge, austerity, self-control, performance of duty without attachment. These are the body of that knowledge. The Vedas are its limbs. Truth is its very soul. He who attains to knowledge of Brahman, being freed from all evil, finds the eternal, the supreme. Om, peace, peace, peace. I'll conclude with the student-teacher prayer. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahe Tejasvinanaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Lord, may we be protected together. May we be nourished together. May we give strength to one another. And may our study be filled with radiance. And may there be no jealousy among us. Let there be peace, peace, peace. And so now, please deepen your breath and start to move a little here and there in your body as you awaken the muscles and slowly find your way over to one side. Gradually recalling where you are in this place and time. And when you're fully conscious, awake, and alert, sit back upright. And we'll rejoin together, learning about each other. This community is a fun way of exploring yoga. So thank you for your community. Thank you for your practice and your spirit, willingness, curiosity to learn with me. Namaste.